Alright, man, we back with another one. What if Goku was raised by Frieza? I ain't gonna say too much other than like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's get to it. So, let's do a little recap real quick. So, in this universe, Bardock and Gine sent Goku off to escape their planet's destruction. Frieza actually recovered the space pod. After Frieza recovered the space pod, he decided that this was a great opportunity to have a loyal Saiyan soldier since he was so young. So what he did was he separated Goku from the other Saiyans, choosing to rather raise him by himself and the Frieza soldiers versus him having any type of alliance with the rest of his Saiyan counterparts. And he's raised by the likes of Frieza, Zarbon, Dodoria, and other people like that. Goku is extremely weak, but he kept using the Zenkai boost on missions to get his strength up, and he idolized Lord Frieza and seen him as someone to look up to because he was treated like crap by the other Saiyans because they viewed him as a teacher's pet. Then one day Frieza sends him off to get rid of the rest of the Saiyans. So they go to an unknown planet where a large battle ensues where they turn into great apes, and it's revealed that Goku has learned the Akari form from when he had seen Zarbon's transformation, where he figured out that he could get his ape benefits while still being in man form. Large battle ensues. He kills Nappa. And after that happens, Raditz and Vegeta are on the brink of death, and that's when they tell him the true story about about Frieza was the one that destroyed their planet, and that Raditz tells Goku that he was never meant to be found by Frieza. He was supposed to be sent to a whole nother planet to escape Frieza's reign and wrath and things like that. And that's when Goku, which his name would be Kakarot in this scenario, that's when Kakarot comes to this conclusion that he's going to overthrow Frieza and become the new emperor of the universe. Right? So, that's where that's at. So we're at What If Frieza Raised Goku Part 2. And look, and I'm going to let you know the artwork has stepped up since then. Look at this. Anyway, let's get to it. So, Goku arrives back to one of Frieza's planets as his emperor and his guards watch him enter orbit. Goku is stuck in his own thoughts, plotting his next move. In his injured state, he limps forward until he is greeted by Zarbon and the Dodoria, who ask him if his mission was a success, but Goku simply brushes them off and continues walking. Goku then looks up to see his Lord Emperor Frieza gazing down at him with a smirk on his face, knowing that his mission seems to be successful due to the fact of his battle damaged state and the tails he holds in his hands of his fallen Saiyan brothers. Yeah, because in the last episode, Goku cut off their tails and kept them as a sign for Frieza that the mission was a success. I think I even made him take Nappa's corpse as well. I don't remember if I did that or not. But anyway, continuing on. Goku meditates in the healing chamber, thinking about his whole life story about how Frieza raised him into what he is. He thinks about all the planets he's conquered in Lord Frieza's name, all the bodies under his belt, and blood that is on his hands, which really doesn't bother him morally due to the psyche of his upbringing. But he wonders what his life would have been like if he had actually been able to escape to the planet Earth. But then he just puts that away in the back of his mind. But one thing was for sure, and one thing was for certain. He exited the healing tank, putting on a new suit of his custom armor, thinking to himself, I will bring down this tyrant and I will be the next emperor of the universe, smiling at the thought of the best battle he will ever participate in when the time comes. However, Kakarot was not entirely ignorant of how dangerous the battle would be, understanding, to the best of his knowledge, that Frieza is the strongest being in the universe that he knows of. He would have to get stronger before he ever thought of actively rebelling. Zarbon and Dodoria meet their Saiyan colleague in his new suit of armor. Seeing that his temper has calmed down, they tell him that Frieza has summoned him for a briefing of his last mission. Masking his true emotions, Kakarot puts on a smile on his face before throwing the tails he snatched from Vegeta and the other Saiyans, along with the head of the Ozaru Nappa, to Lord Frieza. Frieza congratulates Goku on his success, and Goku simply asks the Emperor for another mission. Alright, asking for his next mission. Frieza chuckles at the work ethic of his soldier and simply informs him that Appule has failed his last mission and he has failed me for the last time, so he's trying to run away from the consequences of his actions by taking a pod to another planet. Frieza wants Goku to hunt down the failure / traitor Appule and end his life as a sign to the rest of his subordinates that failure and treason will not be tolerated. As Goku exits Frieza's room, the Emperor thinks to himself, who would have thought that the son of the last Saiyan rebel would be my most loyal soldier? He then chuckles to himself, thinking about the past and future events that are to come. Goku never took any days off and is on the rise to being Frieza's best planet conqueror aside from the Ginyu Force. That's what he thinks to himself as well. Goku exits inside of a new ship given to him by Frieza himself, thinking to himself on how he could get stronger without bringing attention to himself, but his thoughts are interrupted when he realizes that he has reached his destination. As it would turn out, Goku has landed on the planet Yardrat. And because Frieza gave him a new state-of-the-art spaceship, he's actually made it to the planet faster than Appule. So he just waits on Appule's arrival. Goku didn't have to wait very long because not soon after his landing, he sees a ship enter into the planet's atmosphere, already knowing full well who it is. It's that fool, Appule. Appule exits his ship only to find his executioner aiming a glowing finger in his direction. Goku's face twists into a smile before he blows Appule away with a death wave, having no remorse for the cowardly weakling. Goku Scouter then detects other key signatures, so he readies another key blast in the direction of someone close to him, realizing that this is probably a local, a hostile planet local. But the unknown alien simply puts two fingers to his forehead in response to his charging blast. The Yardratian then vanishes right before his eyes, leaving nothing but shock on Kakarot's face, wondering how this man just teleported and vanished in thin air. And where did he go? Thinking fast, though, Goku sees this as an opportunity to learn a technique for himself. So he tracks the power level's last direction and then crushes his scouter so his next actions cannot be monitored by anyone listening in through the scouter. So he crushes the scouter similar to how Vegeta did it back on the Over 9000 scenario. Goku smirks at the expressions of the planet's locals before saying calmly to the species for them to teach him how to do that technique. And he won't bring any harm to the planet, understanding that Frieza didn't give him the task of conquering the planet, but rather just killing the traitor Appule. Goku simply decides to be honest when he's greeted with Pabara, the guy who ends up teaching the instant transmission. Goku simply decides to be honest with Pabara and tells him about Frieza and his empire and asks to be trained by him so that he can take him down. To his surprise, Pabara knew about Frieza, and he agreed to teach Goku even though he sensed darkness within Goku's spirit. For those of you that don't know who Pabara is, he's the guy that taught Goku the instant transmission technique. And these are all his abilities. But we're really just going to focus on key control and instant transmission right now. But he can do things like spirit control, force spirit, fission, gigantification, healing, and multiform. But we're going to just focus on key control and instant transmission. But anyway. The training begins and Goku learns about sensing ki and suppressing his own power level, as well as the instant transmission technique. And Pabara tried to change Goku's dark nature, but feared he had little impact on his worldview, but sensed something in him. Honoring his word, Goku doesn't attempt to hurt anybody and even thanks Pibara for his assistance and says he'll see him again someday to learn more of his moves, showing off that he learned the instant transmission. Goku realizes that techniques alone won't be enough to overthrow Frieza, as there's still a huge difference in power between himself and Lord Frieza. Goku makes his way back to Frieza's spaceship, happy now that he has the ability to hide his ki, so his power level can stay the same on the scouters of everyone else. Goku then informs the Emperor of his mission success, which puts a smile on the face of his lord. Alright, and next time, we're going to end it right there, and on next next part, Goku will make his way to the planet Namek some way, somehow. So let me know what you guys think of the new art style, man. It's getting better, I think. Alright, and also like, comment, subscribe, like I said. And catch you guys on the next one. That's going to conclude What If Goku Landed and What If Goku Was Raised by Frieza Part 2. Alright, so I'm out. Peace.